just like perfection, flawless, needs no correction, flawless, like no other, flawless, absolutely flawless.
Hello everyone, here a very cool haircut. The next one here, it's actually going to be a undercut done with the guarded straight blades. Reason being is actually want to eliminate all that extra weight length on the side, so it really sits in nice and tight, and trying to leave nice length throughout the top area, which is actually going to be our longest part in that haircut. First section is right by the temple area, and pulling the hair here straight out at a 90 degree and razoring everything off, so you're trying to create this there as short as possible.
Like no other, flawless, absolutely flawless, just like.
We're actually working like this right behind the ear.
Flawless, absolutely flawless, just like perfection, flawless, just like perfection, flawless, just like perfection, flawless, just like perfection. You get answers before the question, prompt arrival without direction, leaving nothing.
As you can tell here, right here, till behind the ear. Raising everything nicely off, all that length weight. Now, do the same thing on the other side. Pull apart, straight back from the temple area. Again, work like on the other side till behind the ear, pull the hair straight towards you, and razor it off with the guarded straight blades.
Correction, flawless, just like perfection, flawless, absolutely flawless, like no other, flawless.
Here you can beautifully see the sectioning till behind the ear. Now double check the left and the right side, lengthwise, before you move on with the next sections. Now, take a section right below the crown, or actually, yeah, right above the occipital bone. And now, this is one of my favorite technique, and watch how brilliantly he does that. That's the very classic technique, barbering technique called effilage. It's a very classic method, and here you can tell here, you are using the comb and the razor, and you're just taking the weight out. So you're basically thinning the hair. And what is very, very important is that you're actually using the guarded straight blade in a not like too deep into the hair, because you don't want to eliminate too much length. You want to really take that weight out and, like, you know, thinnen that hair. Basically, that's a very, very old school, really beautiful barbering technique. You do this on the left and on the right side. I mean, absolutely brilliant. You know, best way is to, like, kind of section off the hair in a horseshoe, right above, quite a bit above the occipital bone, and then work like it, as you can tell here, just with the comb and with the razor, and just kind of like nicely sculpted into the shape. An absolute brilliant, brilliant, brilliant technique. And of course, you're more than welcome to, you know, take the hair into your hands as well.
After all, overqualified for the position, your dreams see fruition. For me, a class on a higher plane. Everyone wants to know your name. You're flawless, just like perfection, flawless. Needs no correction.
Absolutely beautiful. How well William does that. Absolutely brilliant. One of my favorite techniques as well.
Flawless, needs no correction, flawless, like no other, flawless, absolutely flawless, just like perfection, flawless.
As well, clean off the neck here with guarded straight blades. All that little fuss.
Prompt arrival without direction, leaving nothing to be desired.
Make a nice clean contours. And then double check, you know, hold that hair, you know, grab it, feel if if all that, you know, weight is gone. You know, you don't want to get it, you know, it's not so short, so it's all that weight is gone, you know, because the gentleman here, our model, has a lot of hair. Now, The sides are undercut and the nape is nicely shaped as well. Now, our next section is right about, again, 2 centimeters, an inch above our previous section. And now we're pulling the hair straight down, holding it in our hands, and in the nape, the hair in the back, he's just kind of sculpting into it, as you can tell. So he's leaving all that length throughout the top area, eliminating all that weight again to make the hair thinner, and sculpting it and moving it into the back. And work like that till the center. Now you do the same thing on the other side again. We're starting in the front and working backwards, eliminating all that weight. You can see how the top layer falls over the undercut and then blends in perfectly in the nape, in the back of the head. And you're doing this with this classic technique, effilage. Absolutely brilliant.
Side they stand, worshipping you like a goddess. Somehow, you remain modest. Flashbulbs pop, paparazzi goes wild with amazing grace. You walk and smile, they answer to your beck and call. You're flawless, after all. Overqualified for the position. Your dreams see fruition. For me, a class on a higher plane. Everyone wants to know.
So, and working like that to the center of the head again, starting in the front and working backwards to the back of the head and finishing it off here with that beautiful effilage technique. So that's already the last section here, center of the head. Enjoy again. Here you can really see, well, the front layer is all long, super cool, eliminating all that weight. The gentleman again has a mass amounts of hair and blending it all perfectly in.
Your fans, who you they adore. Besides, that's what you're here for. You're flawless, just like perfection. Flawless, needs no correction. Flawless, like no other. Flawless.
Now, the first part of the haircut is done with the razor, the guarded straight blades, and you will see here in a minute, William will go back into the haircut using the KARG regular shear Royale 5.5 inch blade. I would recommend everybody to use a 6.5 inch, the K long Royale, but it's entirely up to you. And as you can tell, pull the section straight out and just cut off the ends there to make it nice and perfect. But do not eliminate all that weight that you've just razored off. So it's just the very, very tips, as you can see very well.
Needs no correction. Flawless, like no other. Flawless, absolutely.
You're doing the same thing on the other side, throughout the top area. Starting in the front, work towards the back and just nip off the ends. Then double check all the contours. Like the sideburn here, as you can see, make it nice and clean. Also make sure on the contours, behind the ear.
absolutely flawless, just like perfection, flawless, needs no correction, flawless, like no other, flawless, absolutely flawless. Naturally, your entrance is grand.
Absolutely great technique to leave with somebody with a lot of hair, to leave all the top layer long, having a slight undercut in the temple, and being able like that to, have a very heavy top throughout the, throughout the top of the hair. Here you can see, haircut came out exquisitely beautiful. It's all dried off. You can see here how much hair the gentleman has. Now actually, William is going to go back in with the KARG Shear K Regular Royale, and he's actually going to kind of like channel cut, a little bit like bulk out, and just kind of like add some personality to it, and again, so to ensure that the hair just perfectly lays, and just kind of like add that extra texture.
You hypnotize and mesmerize your fans, who they adore. Besides, that's what you're here for. You're flawless, just like perfection. Flawless, needs no correction. Flawless, like no other.
Absolutely beautiful haircut.
Just like perfection.
How everything just flows perfectly into it.
Like no other. Flawless, absolutely flawless.
Double check, cross check as well with your hands, hold the hair on the left and on the right side. Let the hair sliver through your fingers, to ensure that, everything has the same length. Now, he's going to actually finish it off with some KARG Perfect styling wax. I hope you like it. Thank you so much.
Just like perfection, flawless, needs no correction, flawless, like no other, flawless, absolutely flawless. Just like perfection, flawless, needs no correction, flawless, like no other, flawless, absolutely flawless. Just like perfection, flawless, needs no correction, flawless, like no other, flawless, absolutely flawless.
Absolutely flawless.